Welcome back to this series. What is the meaning of life? And we're recording this within the context of mental health and mental awareness. It's the end of the year, so now's the time where the energy and the season is ripe for reflection as we go into the new year. I'm offering my Martial Mystic calendar and inviting folks to share with others who might be interested with me the spirit of the redwoods as a redwood temple, a living temple. And I'm looking for one person, at least one person within each of the 50 states that has some appreciation for the great mysteries of life. And love this article here as we ask the questions, why are we here and what are we meant to do? This is from Ping Fang, The Meaning of Life, Giving with Gratitude. Again, this is from Excellence Reporter 2020, April 13th. And what is the meaning of life is the question. This has been the question pondering in my heart since childhood. What is the purpose of being human? Is there any meaning to it? I was born in the time of the Cultural Revolution in China, the darkest era of People's Republic of China. As a little child, I did not know what was going on, but the helpless pain and grief that people filled the air with deeply hurt my young and fragile soul. Why is there so much cruelty among humanity? It is every single human's dream to live a healthy and peaceful life. But why can't we help each other to fulfill this dream? I finished the study of Chinese and Western philosophy, but it didn't prove satisfying answers to all the questions. After coming to Europe, I encountered many difficulties in life. I felt like I was a black hole. I felt like I was in a black hole without any escape. I wept tears of grief, sorrow, and sadness and drowned in self-pity and frustration. All these negative thoughts and emotions literally and figuratively brought me to a crossroad. One day, on the way to pick up my daughter from kindergarten, I was hit by a car. My bike was broken and I was laying on the ground completely dazed. My body and soul were in pieces and I could have died at that moment, but life saved me. The accident was like a wake-up call and I realized that life must have a meaning. From then on, the search for the meaning of life shifted in the new direction of Buddhism and Taoism. In my previous videos, we talked and contrasted Buddhism and Taoism approach based on my learnings and training with Dr. Yang. Check that out. By regularly practicing meditation and Qigong, I have learned that turning my eyes inward is a way to become grown up, a way to transformation, a way to freedom. Just like a butterfly has to go through a painful struggle to break its cocoon, all suffering is the fuel for the fire of life. Day by day, I learned how to clean the inner lens of my eyes. Gradually, I started to discover the miracles of life and perceive its meaning. Once, a Zen Buddhist teacher compared the practice of Zazen with making bread. The dough has to be kneaded again and again until it is ready to be baked in the oven to become delicious bread. For human beings, it's the same. It takes time and practice to become a loving, kind person who's able to serve others. A nice parable of long spoons recounts the differences between heaven and hell. In hell, everyone is busy trying to feed themselves with this extraordinarily long spoons. No matter how hard they try, they can't reach their mouths, and consequently, they're starving. In heaven, with the same long spoons, everyone is enjoying the dinner because they're feeding each other. Yes, giving with gratitude has become the meaning of my life, sharing what I have learned and helping others become healthy and happy. And her husband, they have a clinic for traditional Chinese medicine in The Hague, Netherlands, and they do acupuncture, herbs, and Qigong and Zen meditation. One of the things that strikes me about this is the aspect of the external and outward looking within the context of mental health and awareness. The outer world is the problem, and you lose sight of the inner world and the beauty and the wonder. When you turn your attention inward, you lose sight of the inner world. And I talked about this a little bit more when I read Dr. Yong's article about the Sansai and the small universe and the large universe. In that, well, what struck me here is the concept of nature Kung Fu, the Kung Fu of internal vision. And she realized that looking at her thoughts and looking at her judgments, maybe she didn't say it here, but maybe her judgments of the world and judgments of humanity and being cruel affected her so, until finally she had to come to this crossroads, literally and figuratively, in her inner world and external world. The universe is amazing. So one day, to pick up my daughter from kindergarten, I was hit by a car. My bike was broken. I was lying on the ground completely dazed. Body and soul were in pieces and could have died at the moment, but life saved me. The accident was like a wake-up call, and I realized that life must have a meaning. So I hope your life has meaning. Until next time, may your chi flow smoothly and embrace the woo.